This is a perfect time to really work on money rituals. This is the time to get the money. My spiritual girlies, work on that money ritual.
It is an opportunity to go and and relearn some things or learn how you did something a different way.
If you got a money offer, I want you to go in your piggy bank and just put $100 on there. Put $100 on there. Report back on this video and be like, you know what? A little bit more has been coming to me. I've been having this, that. Exactly. Just take $100. Wash paper, get a real $100 bill. Put on your altar and just report back. And just tell me how it worked out for you. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be real quick. Hey girl, welcome back to our third episode. So
Hey
exciting,
y'all.
so exciting.
Hey y'all, welcome back.
Welcome back
Super
to Cosmic
excited.
Birth Code. Yes, I am the Young Conjurer,
And I am Celestial Lachey.
and we bring to you a third episode. So this episode, we're gonna focus on the freaky fall, is what I like to call it. Some people like to call it spooky. I call it freaky. But let's go ahead and get into these transits for today. Today is November 11th of 2025. I'm in Central Texas. Lachey is in
I am in West Tennessee.
Whoop Whoop. And we are here to bring you the transits. And what we kind of wanted to focus on this go round was Scorpio season. So right now we're in full throttle of Scorpio season, Mercury retrograde, which happened on the 9th. And just being in that energy for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So let's kind of talk about November 5th. So the sun was in Scorpio and 14 degrees in the 7th house. The 7th house is all about relationships, marriages, partners, or even like business relationships, you know. So how has the past, since from November 5th, how has it been for you for Scorpio season?
Scorpio season is definitely coming in strong. It is definitely letting me know, hey, there's gonna be some hidden things, a lot of hidden things coming to the surface, and we're gonna really be looking at our community a lot differently, especially with the shutdown going into Scorpio season.
Yes, this shutdown has been interesting. I heard that they made a deal on opening the government back up, and the Democrats kind of gave way to that. So it'll be interesting on what the finer details as far as like what they're going to agree with in terms of healthcare, and especially with the back pay for the TSA or the government agents, really TSA or the traffic controllers, like they haven't been paid in the past 30 days. The president was initially like, yeah, we're going to pay you back. And then the next thing you know, he's like, no, we're not going to pay you back. And then it's like, oh, if you stay during the shutdown, you're going to get 10,000, 10 bands. It's just like, okay, this is very chaotic. There's a lot of miscommunication between what's truly going to happen and what's not going to happen. And I think with that, we're only 2 days into the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So it's very spunky, very
Yes,
sparky, very in your face with a
it
cause and a
is.
reason.
It is. And from what I understand, Mercury and Sagittarius, since they are kind of on opposites of things, it's going to be really promoting people to go ahead and push through with that change. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, but you're going to be grateful that you did.
Yes.
Yes, I'm definitely
Yes.
seeing, if anything, I'm definitely seeing this is one Mercury retrograde that I don't recommend no traveling in, especially long distances. I'm definitely seeing the effects of this shutdown with the flights and everything, which was kind of a little bit foreshadowing already with everything starting back in October. So it's just more detrimental now. A lot of people are being stranded, trying to get home, and I'm definitely seeing car issues coming up. Some of the traditional things that we usually see with Mercury retrograde, but it's a little bit more intensified because of that fire mutable energy. That Jupiter energy is kind of intensifying it all, if I could say that.
It is. It really is bringing a light to a lot of the tension. Especially, I love that you brought up the fact with the traveling. Like we went over last week about um the flight in Louisville, Kentucky, or these major car accidents that's been happening where people are sadly passing away. So, if not now, when are we going to really take calm it down, cool it out, especially in terms of like road rage? You can't really control if a flight malfunctions in terms of like the operator, but we just have to be very mindful. Normally, Mercury retrograde is a horrible time to travel, regardless, because
Right.
Mercury does rule travel. It's just within Sagittarius or the ninth house, it governs long distance travel. So if you are going out of the country or going between state to state, you may experience a little disruption within your means of communication and means of travel or means of money. For me, Mercury retrograde the time is the time to make the most money. I make the most money during a Mercury retrograde, and don't let it be a full moon, baby. the money, the
Money
money,
coming
the
in.
money coming. Like I just be sitting there, like I didn't even have to fight. Like I literally be like, okay, I want this much money. Boom.
Yes. Would
This
you say
much
you
is
have
the
a Mercury? Would you say your natal Mercury in retrograde helps? Do you have a natal Mercury retrograde? Is what I'm asking.
I want to say I do. I'll have to probably put
Mm-hmm.
that in the video clip. I don't know. In '97, was it Mercury retrograde? It probably was. I know my Saturn was in retrograde. I know I have a bad
Mm-hmm.
memory. I'm like, I should know these things. Mm.
That would be a benefit because what I love about Mercury in retrograde is that it's giving you an opportunity to go back to the drawing board of what you've been already working on to try a different way. I definitely have been going back to the drawing board with like what has been working for me and what hasn't been working for me, especially when it comes down to my education.
Yeah, yes. And that's another thing. Like, I feel like for people that are in school or working to go back towards school, you're really being like, okay, what do I need to focus on? What do I need to work on? What do I need to cut? What do I need to add here? Mercury retrograde is not always a time of just like dysfunction, talking about the exes, talking about, the messed up stuff. It's about how can you make this particular transit work for you? For me, I figured
Right.
when I go out there and shake that money tree, hey, shake, shake, the money comes. Shake the
Yes.
fuck out of that tree. I was like, you're gonna give me all your money. Put your hands
Yeah.
up. You're gonna give me all your money. So, and I get it. Like, so I feel like this has been just a great time for growth because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion. So, whatever you're working on or perfecting or fixing or making better, it's going to be beneficial to you in the long run in terms of like travel, the long distance. So, in the future, this will be beneficial for you. So, let's move on to November 12th. That was a day that I kind of wrote down in my notes because the sun in Scorpio will be trining with Jupiter in Cancer.
Mm.
So that energy is, to me, off trip is a very harmonious energy in terms of like what you truly desire for your soul purpose and which direction you want to take that to. Now we all know Jupiter in Cancer is prime time for pregnancy. Everybody pregnant. I had a
Everybody
dream
pregnant.
myself. I had a dream myself. I said,
Everybody
Lord,
pregnant.
yes, 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 everybody. And I was like, let me sit my ass down. That's why I be hiding. I said, I don't need to be in nobody's face.
Nope.
Nobody
Honey, it will
face.
get you. I
Girl.
definitely, I could definitely see that as a harmonious day for people to have a good time with family.
Yes.
Definitely can
Yes.
see that.
Yeah, fun joining Jupiter. I feel like if y'all have been working on those emotional issues within self, with analyzing things a little bit deeper and perfecting it, this will be the harvest of that energy. Like looking at yourself, looking at your life. Oh wait, it went blank.
It
I
went
was like,
blank.
wait. Yeah, it was just black. And I was like, wait.
Okay, am I back? I'm back.
Yes, you're back. You're back. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Sun trining Jupiter is just a perfect time to really harvest in on these energies that you've been working on in the past, whether it's the emotional issues, whether it's the family issues, whether it's that deep internal wound that you've been working on becoming a better version of yourself. This is the time where you can look back and be like, man, I really have been putting in that work and I'm reaping the benefits of it.
Yeah. It is.
Also,
It's
this
definitely the time.
yes, this is a perfect time to really work on money rituals. So, like I said, if y'all got a Mercury retrograde, or every time Mercury retrograde come rolling and the money just come flying, this is the time to get your money. My spiritual girlies, work on that money ritual, okay, or
Yeah.
money or whatever you got going on.
Or it's a great time as well, piggybacking off of that, to change your relationship with money and the way you think of it, opposed to being in a
Yeah.
scarcity mindset. We have to know that
Yeah.
money, it's okay for it to flow through your hands as long as it's flowing. Build a better relationship with it.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
that's definitely where I'm at. It's like, hey, I have to build a better relationship with money, and with Mercury being in the sign of Sagittarius, that'd be no better time than just, hey, let me review how I budget. Let me review how I handle my finances, and how will this benefit me this season? Because that's one thing I do enjoy about Mercury retrograde. Although we do deal with all these setbacks and delays, it is an opportunity to go and and relearn some things, or learn how you did something a different way. Hmm.
Yes. Oh, I agree with all of that. Because I was now I know I bring up all for the spiritual and occult girlies, but like truly, if you got a money offer, I want you to go in your piggy bank and just put $100 on there. That's put $100 on there. Report back on this video and be like, you know what? A little bit more has been coming to me. I've been having this, that exactly. Just take $100, a real $100 bill, not the Josh paper. Get a real $100 bill, put it on your altar, and just report back. And just tell me how it worked out for you. And it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be real quick.
I'm gonna have to take you up on that. I need to do this thing.
Girl, I be putting money on them altars like, hold on. Wait.
Yes. I put money up there. I don't know about $100, but I sure put some money up there.
Think about it like this. Like you said, change your relationship and your perspective with money. So I think of it as a savings. Like, okay, I know I'm trying to save for something. I can't really put this money away, but let's say if I put $100 on there, and I know I'm going to use $100 in maybe 3 weeks, right? I need to save this $100 for 3 weeks. While it's on that altar, we all know when you put something on the altar, it charges it,
Yes.
amplifies that, and imbues that energy of whatever that altar is for into that particular object. The object is this $100 bill. So the energy is charging that $100 bill. Whenever I take it from the bank, because banks are streams and flows of cash and money, I'm going to make sure that I speak the intent that this money is going to return to me. It's going to amplify 20 times fold, 30 times fold, 50 times fold. I'm telling you,
I
if
agree.
you do just
Yes.
that, you're going to be sitting
Yes.
there like, wait a goddamn minute.
Hmm.
But yeah, so moving on. Let's move on to November 20th. We have the sun opposing Uranus. Uranus at that time will be in Taurus because Uranus is in retrograde. We're gonna touch on a little bit about that Uranus retrograde and how that kind of flows in. But the sun will still be in Scorpio, but it'll be towards the end, and it'll be opposition, which is 180 degrees from Uranus in Taurus. So the notes that I have is do something fun, new, be confident, be cocky, live life out loud with pleasure. Starting something, got to be starting something new. Nervous energy means that you care. So if you're nervous about starting that new project, because we are rolling up on a new moon at that point, just go at it full force. Be confident. It doesn't matter where you are, just start. Be consistent with that energy. What is your commentary on?
You say Uranus will be opposing the sun at 20 degrees? No, on the 20th at
Yes, yeah.
180 degrees.
It'll
Okay.
be at 0 degrees, so it's gonna be like exact.
Ooh, that's like really, like you said, good manifestation energy right there. And with a new moon, is definitely a good time because Scorpio is a very money making sign. A lot of people miss that opportunity, and I think it'll be a good day to like expect like, I don't know. I really don't know because with that new moon, like I said, like you said, it's we bringing in new energy. But I also believe like The new moon in Scorpio is also going to be, I believe something major is going to happen, like kind of like, I don't want to say major. I feel like there's going to be kind of like a breakthrough with like a money thing going on. I feel like a lot of things are going to be kind of coming to a head with our government, and then I do believe local government things will be happening as well that day, just regarding money and community and things of that nature. And what else can I say about the new moon in Scorpio?
It'll be
Oh
in
my
your 12th
goodness.
house.
And in the 12th house. So, yes, that'll be a really good time because the 12th house has that Neptunian energy influence as well. But you have to be mindful of, like, of course, your recreational use of, drugs and things of that nature. I'll be mindful because a little bit can take you far away because Scorpio does rule the sign of death and rebirth. So it would definitely be a time to be more mindful, I would believe, with that Uranus and Taurus having that conjunct opposition with the moon is definitely a good time to take things slow and to probably like just put things down that don't serve you. And like you said, start over new and revise your circle. Revise your circle. And yeah, that's all I have.
Oh no,
That's
you
all I
you was
got.
sitting on it. I had to go back to my notes about the new moon in Scorpio because it will be at the 20th degree and the 12th house on November 20th. Because I was like, I know we should be rolling up on a new moon at that point with that sun op Uranus. You kind of hit everything on the head. I just to tie in the fact that it'll be a time to spiritually recharge, reset, and rise above adversities. Um,
Yes.
and
I
not
definitely
allowing.
be a self care day.
Oh yes,
I
yes. Yes, very heavy on the self-care day. Because like we said, 12th house, Neptune, Venus is exalted in Pisces. So that energy will be kind of just very happy, very joyous, very glowing with energy if you had to put a name to it. Uh,
yes.
also, don't to tie into the addictions, either uh don't succumb to your fears or be able to overcome that, because with the addiction in the 12th house is like, okay, like I know this is bad for me, I know this is not good for me, but let me stop. Because cheating, exposing the cheating or enemies will come to light. So it's like, okay, if you know this person's not good for you, why are you dealing with them? They
Right.
may come back around, and they always say Mercury retrograde is when the exes come back, but it's not just exes, it's people who you had relationships with, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's coworkers, whether it's a business relationship. Was this good the first time around? Okay, don't be dumb enough to take it again. Uh,
Exactly.
so yeah, let's kind of segue into this Uranus energy. With on November 20th, with it opposing the sun, Uranus will be in Taurus. And that is the retrograde. Like you've mentioned before in our previous videos, Uranus is an 84-year cycle, but it retrograde or it goes into each sign for 7 years. Right now, it's retrograding into Taurus, and the last time Uranus was in Taurus with the retrograde, it was the Great Depression. So, so
Gotta keep it real.
we kind of, well, I don't know. I feel like when people say astrology is BS or people that do astrology is crazy, it's like, but let's look at the trend. Everybody loves to be like, I notice patterns and behaviors. Okay, let's notice it in the stars to the earth. Like, let's put this in translation, guys. So, what are your commentary?
My commentary, excuse me, I'm so sorry. My commentary on Uranus and Taurus is it retrograding back into the sign of Taurus. I'm gonna say it like that because it's in Gemini now. But with this retrograde, it got it going back in the sign of Taurus, and I definitely would say like, please, the weather is not gonna be what y'all expect it to be. It's gonna be cold. I genuinely believe we are under this oppression. Like, ooh, everything's warming up. It's global warming. Global warming. Yes, but we're going to be having some unexpected weather changes in areas that we don't usually see it. Yes, it might be snowing. It might be snowing in Hawaii. Sorry. That's just what's happening. You
I
know,
think honestly, you're on point because I think it was snowing in Atlanta the other day, and they were like, "It's snow, it's snow," and I was like, That's why
Yes.
I left Tennessee because the
Mm-hmm.
tornadoes were getting so bad leading up, and I moved 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
they say the tornado alley moving. I could tell between Tennessee and Kentucky. I was like, "What's going on? What is going on?"
Yes, Tennessee is definitely experiencing some unexpected weather because I've always experienced all four seasons here, but I definitely can tell, like, yeah, winter's gonna winter this year, and they need to up the infrastructure on that now. Like, we need to be really prepared. I would definitely say try to start getting yourself prepared here and there with what you can, with like just simple things to survive the winter, because I do believe like there's going to be some unexpected things, especially with what we're already seeing with our government and all the unexpected things going on. I do believe it's a good time now to really have a community and a circle to rely on when the weather is going crazy, because not everyone can afford a generator. Not everyone can do those major purchases when it comes down to proper winter preparation. But I definitely would be mindful and know what to do when it comes down to unexpected weather changes. My goodness.
Yes. So with the Uranus and Taurus, the one thing like I mentioned, the last time it was in retrograde was 1936 to 1942. We went through the Great
Mhm.
Depression. Well, at least part of the country. It was also the Harlem Renaissance. But it was a time of revolution, change, and surprise. So we're going to be heading towards a space and time where it's like, okay, this is not normal. No, it's normal. It's just it's been a while since we've been in this state. And this retrograde will last until February 3rd. So we really need to kind of take a look into making sure that we stabilize our finances, that we're comfortable with who we are, and how we are in this particular position in life. If you aren't, what can you change? What can you adapt? What can you modify to make it better for you, especially within finances? Uranus will challenge you. Are you ready to readjust for the long term goal? Taurus energy is
Yes.
about the longevity, the long term, the quality of things instead of the quantity. So take a step back, process, and redistribute the energy that you're applying to different aspects in your life. But let's go ahead and kind of move on into our freaky fall. So I had the greatest pleasure of kind of like looking into the fall signs, which is Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. And I kind of wanted to talk about like my top four as far as the top four in bed. So the top four signs to me, my number one placement would be Libra. I'm sorry for Scorpio, but Libras, I feel like they, for me, being a sun sign Pisces, and then my Mars is in Libra, that energy is just so like they're able to give me the experience of just like being complete ecstasy. Like I don't know, Libras they get it. They get it. I don't know that Venus just allows the love to be there. My second place is Scorpio because I just feel like the energy is just like it flows. Two water signs coming together, it just flows so well. Third is Virgo, and the only reason why I say Virgo because I feel like their energy is just I don't know. They seduce you. They seduce you, and I don't like it. I don't like them seducing me. I feel like I don't have no control. I don't. But they are a number three. A number four is Sagittarius, only because I ain't never been with them. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I've never been with a sun sign Sagittarius either,
Mm-hmm.
but a Mars and Sagittarius, they are fun. A Mars and Sagittarius is fun, but a sun sign Sag.
It's the Z girl. I know he's.
No, I will say it depends on if they have any harsh aspects to Pluto. That does make a difference. With a lot of our generation have Pluto and Sagittarius, so it depends on how that Pluto and Mars is aspected with that Sagittarius. But I
So
will say
was
they
his
know what they're doing.
was his Pluto in like Aquarius or anything?
Oh, his Pluto is in conjunction with Sagittarius.
It was in conjunction with Sagittarius. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
So definitely fun, definitely fun. Definitely know what they doing. But anywho, I will say my ranking, which may surprise you,
Mhm.
because I'm gonna go based off of Mars signs. I would say a Virgo with Mars first
Okay.
place. I
Okay.
know that catches you off guard, but they really know what they're doing.
But I mean,
And
that's why they my third, because I was like, I ain't gonna sit here and say they have a bitch up a wall. I don't know how. I couldn't explain. I don't, and
that polar opposite energy, that sister side.
it was giving. It was giving. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the feeling that I'm not in control. What is going on?
Right, I
I don't like
agree.
this. I
And
don't
what was
like
I
this.
gonna say? My number two would have to be Mars and Sagittarius, only because yes, I do enjoy them. And my third would be Scorpio because I do enjoy Scorpios. They are fun.
Okay.
And with
Okay.
me, which is funny, Libra would be last on my list, mainly because I haven't been with a Mars and Libra before. I don't know. I don't know how that could be.
It would be probably harmonious in the sense that it would be a really give and take relationship. Like you do this, I do this, and it's gonna be full of pleasure. I feel like Libras give pleasure. Like it's weird. It's so like I didn't know. I think the first time I've ever had like a curve, the curve
Mm-hmm.
triple was a Libra,
Yeah.
and I was
Yes.
like this one. I like
Not
this
I like
one.
this one. You funny.
This
You are
one.
hilarious.
Girl, I was like, let me reconsider. So, but yeah, no, I think Libras are just, they just give it to you how you need it. Because the notes that I have for Libra is they're soft, they're sensual, they're attentive lovers, they're playful, and I'm not gonna lie. The Libras that I've been with, they playful. I love it. I love it. I don't know. It gets the gears running. um. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been with a Sag, or I haven't been with a Sag son, and I don't really. When it comes to like me and people that I hunch or date and stuff, I don't care about the birth chart. I know, messed up.
Me either. Me either. It takes me a minute before I really like, what's your moon? What's your rising?
Like, let me be delusional, because once I actually analyze your chart, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. This is not.
This is not gonna work at all, and I'm the same way. Don't feel bad. That's why I haven't read a man's birth chart that I'm taking serious in a long time.
Birth chart. He was at Aries, sun sign Aries. I literally would have to go back on our old messages, and I was like, I did the synergy chart, and I was like, this ain't gonna work. The sex would be great, which I was already gonna figure it out, like, duh, but it wasn't gonna work.
It isn't.
So let's kind of get into. I also did a top 5 most attractive zodiac sign, and I based it off of sun sign again. But my top 5, number 1 will be Leo. I feel like
Okay, I can see
that's number
that.
1. And
I can
and I
see
may be
that.
a little biased because I'm a Leo rising, but
Hmm.
look at the material. But look at the evidence. Okay, thank
Right.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
So number 2 would be Cancer. I feel like Cancer sun sign people, or Cancer rising, Cancer moon, Cancer Venus are very beautiful people. They are
They
so
are.
beautiful to me.
They
So
are.
beautiful. They're so attractive. Number 3 will be Libra. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, Libras are Venus ruled. They're the most, their love, their beauty. Duh. Like, come on, let's
Solid.
get into it.
Yes.
Let's get
Yes.
into it. Let's get into the material. Fourth place will be Pisces. I am a Pisces sun, but I'm also a Leo rising. So let's get into it. Four. And for my fifth spot is Taurus. Every Taurus female that I've seen, utterly gorgeous, like gorgeous. Like I'm just like, you're so
Yes.
pretty, and
They are beautiful.
they are so pretty. It's crazy, and they are ruled by Venus, so it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. What about you? What is your top five?
All right. So I will say, hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay.
Oh, also
I'm sorry.
say that's my top 5 most attractive signs. Say that.
Okay. My five most attractive signs, going off of sun sign, maybe a little bit shocking. I think Virgos are beautiful.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
Beyonce, the
Yes, I
Beyonce.
think Virgos are beautiful. I love an Aries. Scorpios are really pretty.
They are.
Love
They are.
Sagittarius. I am a huge fan of Sagittarius. They are really
Natural
pretty
beauty.
people. Yes. And then, of course, I'm going to toot their horn. Again, I enjoy a beautiful Taurus as well. I
Look,
do.
the Taurus isn't taking it. I'm like, the girls are pretty. The girls are
They
pretty.
are. They
What?
are. I had to give it to them. Scorpio and Taurus women are so beautiful, and Sagittarius women as well. And I cannot lie and say I've met an ugly Virgo. Like they have always been pretty. Like I
When I think of a celebrity Taurus, I'm thinking of what's that girl
Kalani's
name?
one. Kalani's
Kalani is
one.
one. Chris Brown is a Sun Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
Adele is a Taurus, and Megan Fox, I believe, is a Taurus. And I'm like, Megan Fox is always regarded as that ultra beautiful, like vixen, like video girl, movie girl. They
Ooh.
bad. They bad. They real bad.
Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Aquarius. Aquarius women, gorgeous, honey.
Because I feel like their beauty is timeless. Saturn rules time,
Yes. And
and
then they
they
are always
are
ahead of the
timeless.
game.
They are.
Yes.
Megan, oh, Megan the Stallion.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh. Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, this was a very fun, exciting episode. I know we didn't have enough time, but I'm super glad that we touched all our points.
Yes.
This is a very I like this
Yes.
podcast episode.
I definitely enjoyed this episode this week. I do believe we touched on some important topics as well as some fun and flirty things as well.
Oh, it went out.
No, who's
Hello.
that? Hello.